come to spend the day with Mickey and his family. They live on this beautiful piece of land just about 15 minutes outside of Asila. And Mickey and his family are completely self-sufficient here. And this beautiful beast is Farid.
Morocco is the place where I born, where I opened my eyes,
Mickey and Safi have invited me for lunch, and Safi has kindly offered to teach me how to make couscous, a dish traditionally eaten on Fridays. Now we have a large selection of vegetables. There are some carrots, pumpkin, 2 different types of courgette. These are the larger white ones that you get here in Morocco. Some turnip, aubergine and cabbage. Tomatoes, onions and parsley, chickpeas, the beef, and of course the very important spices, the actual couscous. And here we have saffron, salt, pepper, and 2 of my favourite ones, cinnamon and ginger, all with a dash of olive oil. So the beef goes into the bottom of the pot. Some parsley, it's not chopped up. Some red onion is being sliced in. Safi is now grating the plum tomatoes onto the onions and beef and parsley. Three generous teaspoons of ginger. Black pepper, a large, again a generous helping of cinnamon, and salt.
حبك يا بلادي في الأعماق راه طيف، وعليك النادي يا مولاة الخال. انتي الزهر النادي وسط أرض الفدان، نغمة بلحن شادي في وجه كل جوال. ولادك تنادي بحبك يا عزلوطان، وليك الزمان هادي الجواهر تتلالى. السايح اللي يجي عادي عادي ما يعادي. حبك يا بلادي في الأعماق راه طايف، وعليك النادي يا مولاة الخال، وعليك النادي يا مولاة الخال، عليك النادي يا مولاة الخال. يا نجمة في سمايات العالم، يا دعوة للغريب الهايم، فيك نرتاح ونعرف الفراح ونعانق السلام. يا خضرا مالك تصاب يا بلادي ويا بلادي ويا بلادي.
شينا راي تشوف فيك شي تشوف رد بالك منه.
Friday is the sixth day in the Islamic week, and it literally means congregation. Muslims gather together to pray and believe Friday to be of greater significance as God himself chose it to be a blessed day. The women prepare the couscous whilst the men are at mosque. Come lunchtime, they sit together and share. They share their time, their news, and their food. I love the way in which meals are eaten from the same dish here. It unites the family. It strengthens their bonds and creates a humbling sense of equality. I think you'll agree with me that the couscous looks fabulous. Mickey, por favor, dale las gracias a Safia porque esto tiene una pinta
سيدي شكرا
buenísima.
لعدلتي لنا الطعم هذا مزيان الصحة.
شكرا.
الصحة.
I've been talking to Mickey and his father about their family and about their lives and how they've changed. They're originally Berbers and they came down from a village up in the mountains about 4 hours out of Tangiers when Mickey's father was only a month old. His family decided to come down and look in search of a better life. Things were very hard in the mountains, food was scarce, so they made their way down to Asila. Asila has been good to them, but he was explaining that, you know, life is very different now. His grandchildren, they go to school, they enjoy it, they're here, they help out in the fields and they're learning from their father and grandfather. But his life is more fun. When he was 10, he was a shepherd looking after sheep. So, you know, life has changed somewhat for this family. They're self-sufficient here. Mickey's son is an entrepreneur, you could say. He's a businessman. He goes out looking for work. He's got his work here in his farm. In the winter, he runs a shiringuito on a beautiful beach. And he's a taxi driver. So, you know, he actively pursues work in order to provide for his family. What I think is most interesting is the dynamics within the family. They're very, very close. It's been a wonderful chat and, you know, you always take something from these experiences, and I think what I'm going to take most from this one is the connection and the way they look after each other.
يا بابا بابا سيدي بابا ورعيط على بابا يا
It's early Sunday morning, market day, and Kevin and Hanan join many others on their weekly shop. But top of today's shopping list are the ingredients used in the preparation of lamb. For in a few days' time, it is the greatest celebration of all.
Today we've been to the souk of the Lahad Garabeya. That's a market on the countryside, just on the outskirts of Alcina. It consists of like all the farmers and all the families that live in the countryside. They come here to this place.
We have one day, special day, that the people they go to the marketplace for to do some shopping. That they do it for the week, for the whole week.
And it's beautiful there because you get everybody bringing their own stuff that they
The
grow,
countryside.
build, do, have, whatever. And you'll find anything that you really
Need.
want or need, you'll find it there. And what I like best is for my daughters to see this kind of market.
This culture.
It's the
culture.
Moroccan culture, and it's deeper and like going back in time. Back in time, why? Because, well, you've seen it. The vegetables, the smells, the colors, you go to a European supermarket, you see a box of tomatoes. They're all the same. They're all twins and from the same family. You don't see that here. They've got all different kinds of shapes, colors, but taste it, smell it, and you see the difference.
And all the vegetable is 100% organic.
Organic, no
Because the
chemicals.
people they use the old way to grow the vegetable here, and everything is natural and lovely.
No chemicals.
No.
That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
Or like dry, yes.
Well, today in the market we got all the basic spices and ingredients for the variety of dishes that we're gonna do with lamb. So we've got all the basic stuff ready, and hopefully we'll make something really nice and tasty for you to see, because you won't be able to taste it or smell it.
Plenty of onion. And for salad, because the cordero is very set.
After the Ramadan of 2 months, we do 2 months and 10 days. We do the feast of the cordero. The feast of the cordero.
Ibrahim had a recurring dream in which God was commanding him to offer up for sacrifice his son. Although Ibrahim was ready to sacrifice his dearest for God's sake, he could not bring his son to the place of sacrifice without his consent. Ibrahim presented the matter to his son. Ishmael replied, "Father, do what you have been commanded. You will find me, inshallah, to be very patient." Mickey is unlike most of the men I've come across in Morocco. He works hard. He doesn't pass his time sitting in a cafe, contemplating, smoking, and drinking strong black coffee. He is a doer and the go-to man in Asila. Mickey has agreed to help us prepare for the feast. He takes Hanan, Rashida and the girls to Tangiers, where they buy dried fruits, an essential part of every meal, yet especially so when cooking lamb.
Aucune bosse, pas de calife, son œil et sa balance. Que dalle sait faire, dire on a affaire, demain je recommence. وشعط الحيط في قلعة بركان وكان وراه يحلم بميريكان وكان يا حبابي وجيران وماما كيف نيان يا صحاب la flemme, le babouche système on le presse mais laisse l'aider الله يجيب يصير هنيين عيطي خرتي بالبنديل
And this is canela. That is comino and pimiento.
Eid al-Adha, the festival of the sacrifice, is a religious holiday celebrated by Muslims worldwide, and it has coincided with my visit here. I'm extremely excited about this. I've heard so much about this celebration, and now I'm finally going to experience it for myself.
Me tape la flemme, me là qui ne pose un break que je m'étale. Pas de cadence c'est clair, la grolle collée par terre, peu d'efforts, quoi mort. Des perles tapissent mon corps, le peuple autour de lui s'active pour des affaires actives. J'évite le pire, une, deux, trois soupirs. Au rythme des tâches, une mijote, l'horloge fait tic-tac,
السفيرة
ثم زودت لها ما ولا عدت ثمنها شوف والله اذا انا شاريهم قديم.
Hanan wants to buy some new dishes for our party. My excitement is building as it approaches, yet this feast of Thanksgiving holds extra significance for me, for it will be my very last day with the Barodi family, a bittersweet ending to my time in Asila.
تقريبا بحال هذا حبوب واحد اللون الصغير تحطهم على بعضهم هيدا هي ديك 260 درهم وانت تسولي بعدا شوف واخا من الاسلام في بلاصتك
The sheep is chosen. This 9-month-old animal will be sacrificed to God in thanksgiving. Every Muslim family shall be doing the same thing. Needless to say, it's a great time of year for breeders such as Mohammed. Prices for sheep soar, and they can cost up to 1,200 dirhams. This is approximately £100, but considering a family can feast on a lamb for a few days, it seems more than reasonable. As the deal is done, and our sheep is tied to a tree in Kevin's backyard, the reality of what we're about to do sets in. The butterflies in my stomach are no longer ones of excitement, but trepidation. you.